This is the Rays POSTCAST, your instant game reaction for the Tampa Bay Rays, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Hello and welcome to Tampa Bay Rays POSTCAST, your spot for instant reaction to every single Rays game. My name is Jonathan Shields. Make sure you guys follow me on Twitter at Johnny10Shields. And just a sigh of relief. The Rays never make it easy. I'm just happy that they won a game, a much-needed, huge victory for the Tampa Bay Rays, 4-3 over the pesky, that's a good word for them, Milwaukee Brewers. And this one, we're going to be talking about Taylor Wall's resurgence. And you cannot say you did, because if you did, you are a liar, saw that coming. We're going to talk about how the Rays B bullpen does just enough to secure the win. We're going to talk about how Littell was fantastic once again tonight. But first, we're going to lead it off by talking about just how good the Rays bats have been recently.
This is what you'll be talking about.
Over the last two games, the Rays have put together some of their best at-bats over the last probably 2.5 weeks, at least since I've started doing the postcast. Now, there's been glimpses here. There's a glimpse against Arizona. There's a kind of a glimpse against New York. But those last two games have been really consistent with putting together really good at-bats. Unfortunately, the Rays didn't get a hit with runners in scoring position. Wall scored everyone with a walk. So the reason why they were able to have so many runners in scoring position is because they put together really good at-bats, but they can never get that big hit with runners in scoring position. But I just thought the way the Rays battled was super good. I thought the at-bat that Danny Jansen had in the ninth inning was fantastic. I thought Brandon Lowe had a few really good at-bats. I thought Chris Morel had two amazing at-bats. I thought Junior Caminero had two amazing at-bats. The only one that I thought didn't have any good at-bats in this game was Yandy. Yandy looked really out of sorts, and it was some of his worst at-bats of the season. But the other 8 hitters, the other 8 hitters in the lineup put together at least one good at-bat throughout the game. So that was really good to see. And it was also good to see just the Rays offense play well and the pitching staff play well. It's something that we have not seen them play together cohesively, cohesively this season. And to see it happen in really a huge game for the Rays. The Brewers are not an ultra-talented team. They're kind of the Rays of the National League. They're scrappy. They steal bases. I would take the under on like 2.5 home runs this series because each team kind of plays the same way. So to get a win and kind of use some of the Brewers' best bullpen guys as well, or maybe not best, but some of their higher-end arms in the bullpen, always a plus. And speaking of the Rays B bullpen, they did just enough. And all of the Rays, you could argue their 4 best key arms were down. Clevenger was down today. Fairbanks, Uceta, Rodriguez, they were all not pitching today, regardless. I saw a lot of people on Rays Twitter saying, why is Sulster in the 8th? Who else are you going to throw? You're going to throw the guy that you just called up from AAA? You're saving Orzi from the 9th, who's probably one of the Rays' best 4 relievers now. So you need to throw him in the 8th to try to just will you to the 9th. And unfortunately, he gave up a run. But I thought it was very, very admirable that the Rays were able to get the job done with their B bullpen and to have everyone fresh for the rest of the series with, again, another off day coming on Monday. So, again, if you're joining live, leave a like and comment. Like always, we're going to get to the comments at the end of the video. If you're watching the replay, leave a like and comment. Again, I always like seeing the comments on the replays. I try to like and respond to as many as I can. And let's talk about Zack Littell, because Zack Littell picks up his 3rd consecutive win after starting the season 0-5. Oh, I guess they gave the win to Cole Sulster. I thought since the Rays scored in the bottom of the 6th when Littell pitched in the 6th that they would give him the win, but I guess not. But either way, Littell was fantastic again tonight. Littell only gives up 6 hits, only gives up 1 earned. Again, really good out of Littell. And he's so efficient. And I thought his stuff was really good today. The way that it broke, the way that it moved was really, really impressed me. His fastball got up to 95, 96. I've never seen it that fast. And he just seemed really calm and comfortable out there. That's the vibe I got. And, I watched every single one of his pitches tonight. And he just looked never panned out. By the way, Zack Littell has a great beard. I have to mention that because his beard before the start was perfectly groomed. And he was just very efficient. And that was good to see, especially because of how bad he was to start the season. Not bad, maybe just inconsistent at times. And people want to get out on Littell and, send him down, bring up Boyle. Littell is a 5th starter, which he is for the Rays. It's fantastic. That is just fantastic value that the Rays have in Zack Littell being a fifth starter. It's a luxury that I think us Rays fans took for granted, because he's been really good. And he's been really good now for the last 3 outings. And I think it's only going to continue because he looks really comfortable. Him and Danny Jansen seem to have a really good relationship. Their sequencing, I thought, was really good tonight. And a lot of the hits he gave up 6 hits. At least 3 of them, maybe more, were fluky, like a bunt single, a soft hit single, and it's just stuff that, just happened throughout the course of a baseball game. He really limited hard contact, which is always important for Zack Littell because he's going to be in the zone. He's going to, like I said, he's going to pound the zone with strikes. And against teams like New York and against teams like Philadelphia, that can hurt because they have those big power hitters. But he matched up really well with Milwaukee and was able to really punish them and be really consistent in doing it. So we're going to talk about something that was incredibly surprising to me, something that I would not be able to believe if you told me that before the season, right after this. This episode is brought to you by Trade Coffee. Let's be real. Coffee isn't just a drink. It's a ritual, it's a lifeline, and the thing that gets you from half asleep to fully functioning. And it's essential. Why settle for anything less than amazing? That's where Trade Coffee comes in. Trade is the #1 coffee destination in the U.S., delivering fresh, incredible coffee from over 50 of the country's top roasters. Whether you're a cold brew fan or a pour-over purist, they've got a roast you'll love. The coffee was fresh. When I tried it, it was super fresh, smelled amazing, and honestly, it made me not want to drink grocery store coffee or even go to Starbucks for a coffee like that. That's how good that it was. Right now, Trade Coffee is exclusively offering our customers 50% off your 1-month trial at drinktrade.com/lockedonmlb. That's trade.com/lockedonmlb for 50% off your 1-month trial. This episode is also brought to you by FanDuel. The NBA playoffs are in full swing, and every night delivers highlight-worthy performances and major momentum shifts and can't-miss moments, whether it's a game-winning shot or a breakout player. There's never been a better time to get in on the action. FanDuel makes it easy to stay in the game before tip-off and live. With player props, performance trends, and same game parlays, fans have more ways to play than ever, to win smart and to win big. My favorite personally is the player props because you can always mix and match different stuff together and you can get super good value on those player props. New to FanDuel, it's the perfect time to sign up. Head to FanDuel.com and place your first $5 bet. If it wins, you'll get $200 in bonus bets. Make every moment more with FanDuel, official sports betting partner of the MLB. And finally, this episode is brought to you by Amazon Fire and TV Stick. Do you know your Amazon Fire TV is also an Xbox? Turn any TV into your gaming entertainment hub with Fire TV Stick 4K devices. No console required. Just grab your pair controller, subscribe or sign in to Xbox Game Pass Unlimited with EA Play included, and you're ready to roll. Dive into hundreds of premium titles from EA Sports College Football 25 to Call of Duty Black Ops 6 and Avowed as easily as you stream your favorite TV shows. It's gaming made simple, and it's all on your Fire TV. With 4K streaming, watch more than over 1.5 million movies and TV episodes from your favorite subscribed events like Netflix, Prime Video, Disney Plus, Max, and more. Since I'm a big gamer, I love MLB The Show. So this allows you to play MLB The Show without your traditional ways to do it. Head to Amazon.com/Fire TV Locked On to get started. Xbox Game Pass Unlimited subscribers and compatible controller required. Available on select devices including Fire TV Stick 4K 2nd Gen, Fire TV Stick 4K Max 1st and 2nd Gen, and Fire TV Cube 4th Gen. So let's talk about Taylor Walls because he is our player of the game.
This is the Locked On Player of the Game.
Taylor Walls, in the month of May, he's hitting .444, 2 RBIs, 2 walks. He has jumped his average up from 151 to 211. And his at-bats have just gotten significantly better. He's always been very good at taking pitches and walking and not being afraid to walk. But now he's just really getting the barrel of the ball and not trying to do too much, whether it's a flare single here and there, whether it's, showing some power like he did in San Diego. Just been incredibly impressed with Taylor Walls. And he has been fantastic. And he just lengthens his lineup a little bit more. You now no longer go like, oh, here's an automatic out for Taylor Walls. Now it's the guy that's going to battle and give you a really good at bat. So let's get to some other key points from this game that I want to talk about. Again, Caballero just continues to be great against left-handed pitching. He got the scoring going for the Rays with a big RBI, and finally the Rays got a bounce. That ball kind of juked out Churio in center field, and Walls, speaking of Walls, was able to come around and score. Cabby got to third on the error, and of course, runner on third, no outs, and the Rays didn't score, so the Rays can't go on there. So that was kind of the trend for the game, and the Rays not being able to hit with runners in scoring position and still win is just big for the team. And nobody had a bigger sigh of relief other than Brandon Lowe than me when he hit that home run. I mean, that ball was just crushed, just vintage Brandon Lowe, and it was very good to see him hit it against a lefty. And for him to do that, just I hope gives him confidence, because BA said on the broadcast, he's a guy that can carry you for a week, 2 weeks, a month if he gets hot. So hopefully he can get hot. And now we're going to get to our turning point before we get to the comments. So you guys make sure to leave some comments in there if you are watching live.
Time to reveal where the game was won or lost. It's the turning point.
It was in the bottom of the sixth inning when Christopher Morel walked. Junior got a single, all of a sudden first and second, no outs, which the Rays had in the 6th, 8th, and 9th innings. So, they only scored, I guess they scored 2 of those, but not via the hit variety did they score. And the turning point was what I thought was awful base running when they tried to do like a little league play where they try to get the runner on first caught in a pickle between first and second and try to score the guy from third. They try to throw back, and everyone thought originally Morel was out, but then it was called interference on the base pass by the third baseman, so Morel scored. I thought that was the turning point because it finally gave the Rays the lead, and the Rays have not had the lead a lot recently. So I thought, again, people just kind of take a sigh of relief and kind of just continue to think, oh, like, here we go. Like, you're never too confident with this Rays team, but I thought it was a big turning point for the Rays to get the lead that late in the game. And the Rays base running, especially Morel and Junior, has been really bad recently. And Morel, I feel like he learned, I guess he wasn't here when Randy was here, but I feel like Junior learned from Randy. Randy was not the best base runner. And he just kind of looks like Randy out there, a much less athletic version of Randy. Morel, ever since he got here, just has not been a great base runner. So the Rays got bailed out. And I think maybe only one other time in my life have I seen someone get picked off from second base. I mean, just ridiculously bad that Junior got picked off from second base. So I don't know if it would have mattered because the Rays can't hit with runners in score position anyway, but I thought that was some more key points in the game. So yeah, just to refresh, Zack Littell, again, really good for the Rays. Taylor Walls bumped up his average over 60 points in the month of May so far. And again, if he can just provide any sort, if he hits 220, just provides the Rays just with all sorts of lineup depth. So now let's get to the comments. And again, a lot of guys saying victory. Very happy that a lot of Rays ups. Nice victories go to our guy Gary. Don't know why Kevin Cash went to Solster in the 8th, but really liking Orzi's been coming through in some high leverage situations. I agree. And the only reason I think he went to Solster is in the 8th is no one else was available. And I think that's why it was so key that Littell went 6 innings, because I don't know if the Rays had the covers. They brought up the guy from Durham who was a multi-inning guy, but man, it would have been not good to see that him in the game. So that would have been not very good. So we have a lot of people. I love Legos, Michael Dean, Mike H saying what's up. So what's up to everyone in here? Thank you guys for joining as we go to I Love Legos, because we finally won. Like, it literally feels like the Rays have just battled to finally get a win. And we go to Mike H here, who says Chandler wall skills are mind-boggling. Reminds you of a younger, maybe better BJ Upton. I love that comp. BJ obviously had more power and played as of right now maybe a more refined center field, but man, he made probably the second play of the game outside Taylor Walls' walk with that diving catch out in left field. I mean, that was fantastic. I mean, huge. As we go to Alexander, I mean, these were the 2 biggest plays of the game. So Taylor Walls at bat, Simpson, what a catch. I mean, yeah, there's no other way to see it. As we go to Tom Sweeney in here, Raise Up. I always like to highlight the new comments as we go to Alexander. It's a good thing to point out. It has been a great acquisition for Jose Siri. I agree. I mean, that ERA 0.68, just fantastic. Just the Rays pitching, machine doing it again. As we go to Gary, says, do you think an issue of mechanics with Uceta that Kyle Steiner needs to work on with him, because you said it was lights out last season? Yeah, and he was good for before yesterday for the last, I think it was 3 or 4 outings. And I was listening. I always like to listen to the radio It's weird. So Rich Hollenberg, who does the Rays pre and post, he's awesome. He's actually one of my mentors. I'm good friends with him. But I happened to be in the car today, driving back from a workout. So I was listening to Andy Fried, even though I normally watch the Rich and Doug and whoever's on the TV pregame. And they always talk to Cash before, and he said that you said it was really good, and some of his hits were just on great at bats by the Phillies. That he highlighted two of them specifically, where he painted the corners, but they just got the barrel to it and flipped down center field. And he said that the home run, the stop, was a mistake, and they meant to go up and away, and they went up and in and riding the stop swing. So I don't know if it's mechanics, but I do think that he has been getting better as of recently. As we go to Lauren Kendrick, it's a great question. What improvements have the Rays offense made in the last two games that made them more successful? I think they're taking more pitches. Some of the reasons where the Rays were bad were they would swing at the first pitch, not see a lot of pitches. And against Luzardo, and again today, they really got that pitch count up. Even though the pitcher today, I think, only went out with like 75 pitches, but they battled more, a lot more 3-ball counts. And then when they did get the barrel to it, they were able to find some holes and consistently make hard contact. As we go to Mike H, who kind of replicates this, he goes, they are doing the small things like bunting and trying to take pictures in the longer counts. Yeah, 100% right. Even though I'll tell you what, Cabby's bunt attempt with 2 strikes, I mean, that was that was not great. As we go to Mike H again, Taylor Wall's batting average is higher than Brandon Lau's. It is right now, and it is something I did not think that I would see going into the year. As we go to I Love Legos, he said, hope we can keep this winning streak going at home because we really need to improve. Hope we get J-Law back for the series against the Blue Jays. That starts on Tuesday. So yeah, I agree. It's not a winning streak yet. Hopefully tomorrow we can turn it into a winning streak. So yeah, I mean, fingers crossed. I mean, the Rays have now finally, before this, they'd lost 11-12 at home, including 6 straight. So if the Rays can find any sort of sustained success at home, they're going to be a playoff team. I just fingers crossed. Let's go to Michael Dean. Is there a timetable for Josh Lowe? No, but he did go 0-2 with 2 walks in his first rehab start. So not saying no, there's not a timetable, but he's close. Like he should be up by hopefully at the very latest end of next week. And if he can come up for the Toronto series, I mean, that would just be huge because the Rays outfield depth isn't great right now. Even though Janikowski is providing the Rays with, I thought he's a great base runner. So I don't know if he has any options left. He's like 31. So yeah, it's been great to have him, and just another great evaluation by Nylander. I mean, Janikowski is not going to be here for the long run. Just got to come in for a month and be a great base runner, play great outfield, and provide competitive at bats here and then. It is very, very good. As we go to Mike H with some nice words, said Rays fans need an outlet like your postcast. Yeah, I appreciate you guys. I love doing this. I love doing the postcast. I love interacting with you guys. So if you guys have any more comments in here, make sure to get to them. As we go to Carter, this was actually a really good comment. I saw one low light and one highlight of the game. Highlight was there's 2. Obviously, Taylor Wall is getting the walk, and Chandler Simpson doing that play. I mean, that was just a fantastic play that you don't see a lot. And then one low light. I mean, like I said, I've never seen someone get picked off second base. Maybe one other time. Like, it is incredibly difficult to do. And Contreras is probably the best, has the strongest arm at any catcher, so maybe it's a little bit more forgivable. But, I mean, that is just something that you do not see every day. As we go to a few more comments, I always like to highlight new ones. We go to Mr. Babawaki, who says, what's your impression on the return of Drew Rasmussen? He has been fantastic. And I know he was shaky his last outing, but look, he's a guy that's kind of on an innings limit right now, right? But I think his stuff has been really good coming back from that injury, as I believe he's pitching Sunday. Taj Bradley's pitching tomorrow, and then I think we get Rasmussen on Sunday. So, yeah, he's been really good. I really like Rasmussen, and I like that they lengthened him back out to a starter because I thought he could have been really good in the bullpen. He has great versatility as a pitcher, but him being able to consistently pump, 96, 98 as a starter and then have really good breaking stuff, I've been nothing but impressed with with Drew Rasmussen since he's come back. We'll get to a few more here. He says, Pistachios says, does Taylor Walls have a future on the Rays? It's a great question. If it's 220, he does. I guarantee you if it's 220 that he does, even when Hyesung Kim comes back healthy, because look, he's probably the best defensive shortstop in the game. Him and Carlos Correa is who I would put my money on. So yeah, so does he? I don't know. That's a tough question. I don't really know how to answer that. I would lean yes that he does have a future on the Rays because he's the best base runner that the Rays have, and he's the best defender the Rays have. So that's something that's incredibly valuable, especially if the Rays can somehow make it to the postseason. So I appreciate you guys all joining in. So again, if you guys made it to the end, leave a like and comment. And then also, if you're watching the live, comment something on the replay to prove that you're into live. Hopefully get more people watching the replay to come join the live, because we have great times here in the live. So again, celebrating a Rays win is just so incredibly good after just, especially after the loss last night. That was just gut-wrenching. So once again, Rays beat the Brewers 4-3. We will be back here earlier tomorrow. Remember, everyone, afternoon start tomorrow. So we'll be here around 7 o'clock Eastern tomorrow. So I appreciate everyone for joining live. And I appreciate everyone that watched the replay or listened to the Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeart, wherever maybe you guys may be consuming this. Just know I appreciate you guys so much. I love being able to have this platform and share it with you guys. And I will see you guys tomorrow afternoon. Let's go. Big